Welcome to QUEST New Hampshire, and we are stopping on the southbound 93 rest stop in Hooksett. And this is the Hooksett Welcome Center, even though it's in Hooksett. It's not very far into New Hampshire, but it is on the southbound side, so it's near the leaving it to Massachusetts. So this is the main foyer, galley, whatever you want to call it. And you have a couple of restaurants here, but this is the reason why we are here, this Waterwheel. This was built back when, shortly after the country was actually created. So it was built in 1805, and it was used in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for many, many years. It is a water wheel, so water is poured, it comes over it, and here is the pool that was built for this. This is actually a working water wheel. In other words, when I say working, it just spins from water being put over it. It's just there for looks at this point. But it's very old, and it was used to power different equipment in a factory or a power station. Granted, way back then, you wouldn't see power stations. So this would probably work different machinery inside of the factory that it was in. And this was actually reconditioned for use here by a construction company. And this has been here for a few years. And you can see little tiny things on that center axle. We have some of the superstructure here that was built to basically hold this wheel. Now it does actually get water. It actually comes down from the top down a ramp, and it spins freely down into that pool underneath. And it just to give you a little bit of what it looks like and what it sounded like when water was pouring over it. Here's some of the superstructure that was built for it. I like that little charred look to it. Gives it a little bit of an antique look. And this is the construction company that was actually contracted to do the work. And life continues to live on this wheel. Here's some mushrooms, and I'll have a better shot here in a second. And there you go. There's some mushrooms right there on the center axle. And there's a little cap for the axle. And you can get something to eat. Here's a nice little place to get a little something to grab to eat. Some lobster rolls, some soup. Across the way you have the Highway Diner. And of course you need to have the ceiling painted like sky to make it look like you're outside. Isn't that nice? Nice little Canadian flag in the distance. And you can just kind of see the scale of this thing. Now, it's 12 feet in diameter. And it is heavy, and it is original. I happen to touch it, and when you get something, you can come over and you can sit next to the wheel when it's running and have a little something to eat. Take a load off. You can see that ramp where the water comes out. And of course, no rest stop would be complete in New Hampshire without a little airplane in the ceiling. See another shot of the diner, and there's the aircraft. It's a model of a Wright Flyer, and it's being flown by, is that a black bear? It's not hunting season. You can't shoot it either way. And of course you've got your liquor store, which is run by the state, and this is a shot from the outside. So if you are coming down southbound 93 and you come into Hooksett, you can come into here. You're almost into Massachusetts. But thank you for coming along. And we will hit more places as we keep going.